What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. I saw The Girl in the Spider's Web. This is the second film in the Millennium movie franchise, which is based off of the novel, which was made famous by author Stieg Larsson, who wrote the trilogy. Now, this film is actually based off of the fourth novel that was written by David Lagerkrantz. And this film is actually not connected with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which came out back in, I think it was 2011. Anyways, that one was directed by David Fincher, and it starred Rooney Mara as Lisbeth Salander and Daniel Craig as the journalist Mikhail Blomkvist. Now this time it's directed by Fede Alvarez, who directed Don't Breathe. Now that was a great film. That was a great thriller. Really, really scary. And this time, the main characters are played by Claire Foy, who plays Lisbeth Salander, and Severa Gudnason, who plays Mikhail Blomkvist. Now, like I said before, they aren't connected. These stories aren't connected. This film story is not connected with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's another adventure in the character, but you don't have to watch the original, the first film, to understand this film. Maybe if you watch the first film, you understand what her character is like and her motives, but actually you can watch this as a standalone film. They are standalone stories. But anyways, I really enjoyed the first film that was directed by David Fincher. It was a suspense thriller mystery, and it really just kept me really engaged because I was learning the mystery unravel. Now this time when I watched the trailer, I was really, really interested, not only because I liked the first one, but actually they took a completely different approach to this, not to this genre, but to this story, because it's very, very different from the first one in the sense that it's way more action driven. They kind of took away the mystery. As a matter of fact, when you watch the trailer, you've already predicted who's behind all of this. In fact, at the beginning of the movie, you've actually already predicted who's behind all this. And this seems to be a running theme throughout the movie because I found it really quite predictable throughout the film. This film focuses so much less on the mystery and way more on the action. There's just action, 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 action. She gets herself into so many set pieces, so many sequences that will keep you engaged and excited because there's just a lot of action in this movie. Now, it's not like you know, non-stop action, but there's just more action than I expected. But she does get herself into a lot of messes, and which sets up a lot of visual set pieces, which I have no complaints about. I do really like this film. I really, really enjoyed it from beginning to end, and a lot of the action helped. But you know, based on what I remember from the first one, I really wanted to see a little bit more mystery. It was definitely a lot more predictable this time around. I won't say it's formulaic, but it is full of what I like to call cinematic conveniences. These aren't necessarily plot holes. These are just things which are really convenient. For example, this thing just happened to be here. This thing just also happened to be here, be there, and it helps, you know, help out with the situation. It's like, oh my God, I'm struggling with a certain detail, and then saying, oh, there's this thing here. This will help us out a lot. We can move on to the next scene. You know, that seems to happen a lot in this movie, and it's just really, really convenient. It's a cinematic convenience, and this film is full of it. Like I said, also, this film is very, very predictable. You know how it all plays out, but you just want to know how they get from point A to point B. That's what keeps it entertaining. So therefore, I still found this film very, very entertaining, but it's not perfect. It is quite a flawed film, but that still doesn't it still doesn't mean it's not a solid piece of entertainment, because it is, and I really enjoyed this film. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Go check out the original if you really want more context into her character. It really gives you a better background of who she is, why she's like this, and what her character is all about. And there you have it. This kind of feels like, Girl in Spider's Web really feels like a dumbed down version of the first film. So that's how I feel about that. But I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10, and I think it's a decent thriller. As always, if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex, thanks for watching. See you next time, peace.